we can talk about communication and say that people in a relationship, they need to communicate, but you find that the next partner makes it very hard for someone to communicate. So I think both two people, they play a huge role. You must make sure that even when someone come to you and cry about something, you must give them an ear and try to put yourself in their shoes. Or if it was you, how were you going to react? Rather than when someone shares their feelings and their emotions, you are ready to attack.
It's a beautiful journey, a beautiful life to share. It's a testimony. It's a beautiful journey, a beautiful life to share. It's a testimony. Living with the Rafapas.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is RAFAPA. We are the RAFAPA'S. I'm with my beautiful wife. She'll introduce herself.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is TheRaFapas.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you are new here, please note, subscribe to this channel. It's going to benefit you. It's going to benefit your life, because relationships and marriage are a major part of your life. So we're going to learn a lot in terms of marriage and relationship. So it's best that you subscribe and you share with your friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like and comment.
Do you want to introduce the topic?
Yeah, we have another topic today, which this topic, it's the major problem mostly in relationships, and most of the people will take it for granted. I can say that I've seen it also with myself, even though it didn't cause a major problem. The name of the topic is about, we're going to talk about communication. If there's a lack of communication in a relationship, just know that it affects the relationship, because of for the relationship to work, you need to communicate every little thing, everything that happens in a relationship, whether you are happy, whether happy about it, whether you don't like something, you must talk about it, because you can never think that your partner knows something. You can never assume that your partner can see that you're not okay. That thing, it's not working. You must be honest with your feelings. You must be honest with your emotions, with how you feel, and that way it makes things to become easier. It makes you also to enjoy being in a relationship, because the more you bottle things in, you last longer in that situation. You last longer. Find that you are fighting. There are a lot of battles because of you are not fully communicating. You're not fully sharing your emotions and your feelings on how you're feeling. But if you take out everything, then you enjoy.
Yeah, actually, I'm listening to you and I'm realizing bottling things up can steal a happiness in a marriage.
Yeah.
And relationship, because if there's something I'm not happy with my wife and she does not know, you find that she's creating effort to keep the home happy, the relationship happy, but there's something in my heart that I'm looking at her and I'm saying, I'm not gonna enjoy this because I'm not happy. And you may find that in fact that thing is just a misunderstanding. That if we sit down and we talk about it, it will take just 15 minutes of us communicating, then we are genuinely
Then we
happy.
are fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's very much important, even communication. The best thing about it is when you honestly communicate. You speak, like my wife said, truthful with your emotions, truthful with yourself, honest with your partner, and it's just the flow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the other thing, if you can look, if we have to be honest, we can talk about communication and say that people in a relationship, they need to communicate, but you find that the next partner makes it very hard for someone to communicate. So I think both two people, they play a huge role. You must make sure that even when someone come to you and cry about something, you must give them an ear and try to put yourself in their shoes. Or if it was you, how were you going to react? Rather than when someone shares their feelings and their emotions, you are ready to attack. Because if that's the way, it can push a person away because it's not helping anything. Every time when I have to communicate, it even makes things worse. I'm not being listened to how I'm feeling about a certain thing and how we can solve it or be able to view it in the same manner. So if we give each other an ear, it becomes easy or the next person to be able to communicate. But if a partner is always attacking, that can also affect that it can cause a lack of communication.
Yeah, what my wife is saying actually is many people in their marriage and relationships, they close the door of communication. Because if my wife is not happy about something that I do, or maybe let's say just a small, what example can you give? Just a small thing, like now I used to not close wardrobes. Like if I open like a wardrobe, I won't close it, and it was bothering my wife, because she must work after me. When I open wardrobe, I'll leave it like that. I'll go to the other room, I'll leave my shoes there, and every time she was communicating it with me, baby, I don't like this, can you put your things well? If you come from work and you take off work clothes, maybe you are wearing suits and then you are putting in comfortable clothes. Also pack the clothes you were wearing, pack them nicely, whatever the issue is. And if I'm always taken to say, no, you are my wife, you must do it, you must close it for me, it's my weakness, what, next time she won't communicate. Next time she'll just leave it and do it. You find that she's working but she's angry, she's not happy about what she's doing, or maybe sometimes women, they need to be helped. Let's say she's doing everything and me, I'm just sitting here, and then there are dishes. She's thinking in herself that, but why is my husband not assisting me? But because of I closed that door of communication, she's even afraid to ask, because she does not know how I'm going to respond to that. So it's very much important to communicate honestly and give that door or leave that door open for communication. You must be intentional about, I sat down with my wife and I said, wife, I want our marriage to work. If there's anything that you feel that I'm doing that you don't like, sit me down and tell me about it.
Yes.
Don't think of whether I'm going to be, how is it going. I want this marriage to work.
To work, yes.
And for it to work, both parties must be happy. And mostly it's us men who oppress women on the issue of communication. I was intentional on the issue that communicate everything.
Yes.
If
Respectfully so.
Yeah.
Because the other issue is that some people, that you can like in a relationship you can communicate, but you find that how they speak, there's a lot of disrespect, so it makes it like very hard for the next person to be able to listen or understand what you're talking about. So also how you talk when you want to say something, how you communicate, it's important.
Yeah, I find that you are shouting. No, I don't like a person who shouts at me. Like, don't be loud. Communicate nicely. Go to a cup of coffee and sit down on the matter. And let's be intentional about it, so that we make our marriage grow, we make our lives better, and we grow together as a couple on the power and the strength of communication. Communication is powerful, my friend. Don't undermine it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
It's a beautiful journey, a beautiful life to share. It's a testimony. Living with the RAFAPA'S.